Hi guys, so Monday the 8th of March, it's actually International Women's Day as well today. I went online looking at the themes and it's actually choose to challenge, and they were talking about how to challenge is to create a more alert world, and if you have a more alert world then you're more likely to be able to make changes, which I thought was a really useful and really powerful way of looking at things actually. And you can, challenge the smallest things actually to the biggest things. I think sometimes to challenge is to challenge somebody's comment, or to ask somebody why they actually made a particular comment. What was the point or the purpose of it. I think sometimes the word challenge can be, for some people it's almost they sort of resist it or don't like the idea of it, walk away from it. Like challenge is almost to create conflict, and for some people conflict from their experience may bring more angst, arguments potentially, but for some people emotional and physical violence, if them being able to challenge or trying to challenge others as perhaps not brought about the response that they had hoped for. But I think it is important to be able to challenge any thoughts, any ideas, to ask for somebody's reasoning or opinion on something. Maybe somebody makes a comment that you don't quite understand, or it just leaves you feeling slightly uncomfortable. So again, it's okay to question that, to voice that. I think otherwise you just become almost colluding with whether a person's doing it consciously or not. If you don't really challenge things that you think maybe you're not comfortable with or you're not sure about, then you almost buy into the idea of it in the first place. You're certainly not doing anything to change it. I think we all have a level of responsibility to be able to at least try and voice that, and I think that's why it's important to enable people to have more courage to be able to speak out, to speak up, to speak their truth, to challenge things that may not be good practice, or may not be treating them in a right and respectful way. I think we should all have the opportunity to be able to speak up, even if it may be that it's a different opinion to somebody else. Somebody else might not agree with it. I think in fact they might strongly disagree, but I think it's still important that you can have a opportunity to speak what you think, without it having to be an intention of hurting or offending somebody. I think that piece around celebrating what we have in common, because I think we have more in common often than what we realise, but also celebrating accepting what makes us different, and choosing to learn and understand and appreciate the differences as well, because a lot more learning I think can come from accepting people's differences. it's great celebrating what you have in common and connecting with each other, but often that reinforces, supports what you already know, whereas often, say, if you can mix with and share with people what some of the differences are and understand more about that, that can bring about more learning, and also it can bring about more challenge, because it may be that it challenges an idea or thought or a concept that you had held to be true for you, that somebody else might challenge actually and say, well, no, that's not how I think or how I see it or how I view it. And if that is the case, then perhaps consider, well, what can I learn from this person? Or if something gains quite a strong reaction from us as well, it's often useful to look at yourself in terms of asking, well, what's that about? You know, what's that saying about me? Why is it getting such a strong reaction? What is it that I'm not able to be with? What am I struggling to be with and accept in myself, never alone somebody else? And I think when we make the learning about us, as opposed to, you know, blaming others and that becoming a bit more from a place of self-defensiveness, then I think we can be more open to learning as well. A bit more open to be you know, more non-judgmental. Often people judge because of ignorance or fear or lack of understanding. So I think it's quite important to enable that sense of looking at ourselves first and foremost. Sway well. So yeah, focus, as I was on, you know, began with International Women's Day and the idea of challenging, choosing to challenge conversations that may need to be questioned or brought into perspective, but for the bigger good and the bigger purpose that we can all connect with, learn, understand, be in more unity with each other. So on that note, guys, have the rest of a Moochie Monday. Question I put on one of the other courageous pages was, what are you challenging today? So yeah, I'm gonna stay with that theme. What are you challenging today, whether that be in yourself, in somebody else, or about something else? So I shall speak to you later, guys. Take care, bye.